Hello and welcome back to the OFW project. This is Michael, your host, and today we're going to be talking about how to trick your body into sleeping early at night. So I have a little bit of 5 ways of doing that, and this is best for OFWs abroad because OFWs tend to be so tired in the evening, and then when you go home, eat dinner, and after eating dinner, you are so tired, and then when you go to bed, you're just not sleeping at all. You're just awake until it's like 2 a.m., 1 a.m., up to 3 a.m., and then you're not sleeping very well. For starters, this is common sense. Relax before going to bed. So if you are a worry-free, stress-free person before going to bed, it's gonna be it's gonna be easier for you to fall asleep. So if you have problems all morning, if you're gonna be having an appointment tomorrow, if it's gonna be big, if you're excited and anything, put all those feelings and troubles away, and you just have to think that you have to sleep. If you sleep enough, then tomorrow it's not gonna be a problem for your body and your mind to think and execute all those appointments and responsibilities, right? So you need sleep and rest. So if you're relaxed before going to bed and you're worry and stress free, that's number one for me. You just don't overthink everything. You just sleep. Okay. For our number two is, if you remove your clock from your bed or from your room, then it's gonna be helpful for you to not overthink everything. Because if there's a huge, big ass clock there in your room, then you're gonna be saying to yourself, "Oh, it's 3 a.m. It's still early for me to get up, but I can't sleep no more because I have an appointment tomorrow. I have responsibilities. I have work. I have school, or etc. Like that, right?" So if you remove that clock from your wall or from somewhere that you can see it directly, sometimes you have to put on the light so you can see the clock, right? So it's gonna be bothering your eyes and you're not gonna be sleeping well. But for me, I use my phone and I think my watch for me to check time, and because of that I have to reach it from my bed, and I am too lazy to reach for it and then just to check the time, right? But if you have a big ass clock in your wall, then you're just gonna be seeing the time and you're gonna be overthinking everything. So remove that big ass clock, and it's gonna be helping you to sleep well. So number three is, if you sleep in a colder environment, like 17 to 20 degrees. If you are in the Philippines, you have air conditioning, then it's gonna be helping you to to release that body temperature, right? And if you release those body temperature of yours and you lower your body temperature, it's gonna be your body feels tired, you feel sleepy, and it's gonna be helping you in sleeping sleeping well at night. So the ideal temperature is 17 to 20 degrees, and for me, I do it. So even though if it's winter here, I just set up the temperature to 17 to 20 degrees, so so it would lower my body temperature when I'm sleeping. And if it's summer, if it's hotter, then I set the heater, I set the air conditioning for 17 to 20 degrees also. So it's the ideal temperature for me and for my wife, so we could sleep earlier in the evening. So that's number two. If you sleep in a colder environment, so 17 to 20 degrees, it might help you to sleep well at night. So number three is, this is my favorite because it always tricked me into sleeping early. So if you take a warm bath in cold places, like when you're in winter and you're in a cold country, if you take a warm bath after dinner, of course you have to rest before before taking a bath after dinner. But if you take a hot bath after dinner, and after it, it's gonna be lowering your temperature also. So um, if you consider taking a bath before sleeping, it helps, and it will trick your mind into feeling they're tired. You're tired, you're sleepy, it's time to sleep. Yeah, it works for me every time. So I take a bath before sleeping, and it works. So a hot bath is probably the ideal preference for me, because after a hot bath, and then you go out in the cold, in the 17 to 20 degrees temperature in your room, and then you dry your hair. Of course, you don't forget that, and it will release all my body temperature, and I feel a little bit of tired and sleepy. So that's our number three. Our number four is, if you want to sleep in the afternoon, might I suggest to sleep at 2 p.m. rather than 3 p.m. onwards, because if you sleep after lunch, I think it's 12 o'clock in the Philippines, 1 o'clock here, and then maybe 2 p.m. you can sleep, right? So the ideal time is 2 p.m. So if you need to sleep or rest in the afternoon, sleep at 2 p.m., 1 or 2 p.m., okay? Because if you sleep 3 p.m. and above, you're gonna be having a difficult time sleeping late at night, early at night, I mean. So sleep 2 p.m. I mean, sleep 2 p.m. and then if you can avoid it, you should be awake at 3 p.m. Our number five, the last one, is to avoid caffeine and nicotine. So what are caffeine and nicotine? So you do your research, right? But most probably taking coffee, smoking cigarettes, eating chocolates, drinking colas, and drinking tea, because all of those caffeine and nicotine, it will stay in your body for like 8 hours or more. So if it's in your body for 8 hours, you cannot it will affect your sleeping at night. Maybe early in the evening after dinner, if you have an early dinner, then maybe you could take a dessert or a little bit of nicotine if you are addicted to nicotine, or a little bit of caffeine. But after the wee hours of the evening or late at night, when you are ready to sleep and you have an appointment tomorrow, nicotine and caffeine is not the best way for you to sleep at night. So that's our number five, and that's the last one. And then maybe there's a bonus one. The number six. If you are used to being awake in the morning, if you're a morning person, you have work in the morning, and you have school in the morning, then you should probably set up your body clock for morning. It means that, like me, I'm a morning person. Not every day, of course, it's very hard. But if you set your body that when you see daylight, you are awake, and when you see darkness, you're sleepy. So why do I say this? Because I have friends from call centers, and those call center agents, when they see the morning, or when they see the light, or when they see the sun, they feel so tired, they feel sleepy, and when they are at dark at night, they are very lively. So it's because of the body clock and the mindset. So if you could set that for yourself, to be used to sunlight and daylight as your body clock, and mindset, it will help you a lot. So those are the 5 things that I am using for me to sleep well at night and to sleep early, to be relaxed at night. So this is Michael from the OFW project, and thank you. I hope this helps.